Eugene, Springfield, Lane County, Oregon. Support our work. Make a donation at STRPOD.com. Thank you for listening to Spent the Rent Podcast. And now, here's your host, Patty Rose.
I am Patty Rose, and welcome to the Spent the Rent Podcast. My guest today is Benton County Commissioner Gabe Shepherd. Gabe, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So this is awesome. We are live at the Monroe Festival. This is the Spent the Rent Podcast, episode 255. I've been doing this since 2018. This is my first time doing anything in Monroe. Do you know what annual, I'm going to put you on the spot, what annual this is? They've been doing this event for a long time.
Oh, I'm going to try and grab the mayor real quick, who's just walked away. What annual is this? Fifth annual.
This is the fifth annual.
Thank you, Mayor.
So your Monroe story, you actually grew up right down the street here in Cheshire, or nearby in Cheshire.
Yeah.
So you know this side of the county very well. Tell us your Monroe story and what is your favorite memory of the specific community growing up.
Yeah. So growing up, I grew up in Cheshire, like you said, about 20 minutes south of here. That's where my folks still live. Went to Junction City High School. Third generation graduate from Junction City High School, and a lot of my teachers lived in Monroe. Monroe is very tied in with three cities in this area: Junction City, Harrisburg, and of course Monroe. So there's a lot of cultural similarities. Like folks move between those cities a lot. So growing up, definitely in and around the Monroe area.
Yeah, so you are one of the youngest, if not the youngest, county commissioners in the state of Oregon.
Yes.
And so, how do you connect with the younger generations and families living here that make it to make sure that their daily lifestyle needs to be met?
Yeah. So I am the youngest county commissioner in Oregon. There are 120 county commissioners spread across our 36 counties, and I'm the youngest. Got elected in 2024. Started early 2025. I really think it's important to have a multi-generational approach to government, especially local government. A lot of people can feel like government is tied to a certain age demographic, like you can only be retired and then become a city councilor or mayor or something like that. But a lot of these decisions these bodies make affect people right away and affect people who are going to be living there for 30, 40 years, raising their families here. So I think one of the things that really affects young people the most right now is affordability and cost of housing, cost of living, and having someone who is a renter as well be on some of these boards and committees, be elected. A lot of people really appreciate that, because some folks who've been in their houses for 40 some odd years don't feel the same rental strain that a lot of us who rent do. So I think that's one way that I really do connect with some of the younger generation.
Absolutely. Doing this podcast, I live in Eugene, and I've interviewed a lot of the city councilors in Springfield. I do stories of the underrepresented, so I like to talk to people in smaller towns like Springfield. Springfield doesn't get a lot of coverage, so that's kind of one of the reasons that I was invited to do this. And I've learned what you were talking about. I've learned that people are like, why is it always people that are retired? And it's because, contrary to belief, you don't get paid.
Well, I get paid, but most local government officials do not. County commissioner is one of the only paid positions.
Oh, that's true.
In Oregon.
County commissioner, city councilors.
Mayors do not get paid. Mayor Dan Sheets over there doing this all volunteer, and we thank him for it. But it is. That's something that I've talked a lot about. In Corvallis, I was actually a city councilor in the city of Corvallis for 4 years before I became a county commissioner. And one of the pushes that I had was, I want there to be a stipend for the city councilors there, so that they can, to help afford, so younger families, folks with kids, can help to afford childcare during our council meetings, because our council meetings are in the evening, which is good. Our county commission meetings are during the day, 9 a.m. on Tuesday. So if you have nothing better to do on a 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, come on down to the Calapooya building in Corvallis and come to one of our meetings.
Yeah.
But these folks give up their evenings and are mostly uncompensated for it. And that's actually a policy I got passed at the Corvallis City Council level, was small stipend, $360 a month for city councilors to actually help afford. But most cities, like Albany, has a very small one, and the rest of our cities in Benton County do not have.
Yeah, Springfield doesn't. Springfield doesn't pay. It's in the Springfield charter that they won't.
Yes,
so, it's a big deal. As the youngest county commissioner in Oregon, we already said that. Direct community impact. Looking past the big dollar signs and budgets, what is the county doing right now that will directly improve the day-to-day lives for the people living in Monroe?
Yeah, so we've got one of the departments that the county has is our community health centers. So these are some health centers operated by the county in a joint agreement with a nonprofit that are spread out across Benton County, actually Benton and Lynn counties. And there's one right here in Monroe. And that health center is down by the elementary school. And it is in a very old and small building. And we are actively searching for grant money to move that, create a bigger building. It's actually tied to the school district, and we're looking to expand it to where the high school is. And we just found out actually last week that Senators Merkley and Wyden have included the health center into their request for the budget at the national level. We'll see if that gets passed at the national level, but the money is hopefully on its way to help us help folks down here get free and or affordable health care.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's something that the state of Oregon is working on right now, getting potentially universal health care for the entire state.
That's something that'll be coming up in the 2027 and 2028 sessions at the legislature. They're talking about like you said, universal health care. It's been studied for a long time. Turns out that actually when you consolidate and cut out the middleman from the healthcare industry, you can seriously save a lot of money.
You can make it cheaper.
Yeah.
Everybody that owns a business just threw up in their mouth a little bit. Okay, so we're hanging out, like I said, at the Monroe Festival in Monroe, Oregon. I want to give a shout out. We already did to Mayor Dan Sheets. I've been working behind the scenes with him. He invited me to do this. It's been really cool talking to him. And like we said, he doesn't get compensated. This is true public service. So shout out to Mayor Sheets.
Yeah, Dan is a true public servant. He organizes a lot of this himself. He does above and beyond what you would expect a mayor to do. So I really appreciate the work that he does.
Again, I want to apologize about the rain. I didn't pick those songs.
No,
I swear.
Great.
I swear I did not talk about the songs just played right when it started raining, and I missed the rain down there. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Okay, so we're hanging out to Monroe Festival, and with from a county leadership perspective, why are the community events like this so essential for bringing people together and building neighborhood pride?
I am just such a huge fan of these type of community events that bring out just folks from all walks of life in the area to see each other, to meet each other. I mean, one of the things that I think about a lot, that we are isolated in our digital landscape.
Absolutely.
We get to pick and choose who we interact with online, but who we do community with, who we are living near, and who vote in the same elections as us, pay the same taxes as us, and support the same school districts as us, like getting opportunities to meet those folks in person, say hi, and get to know your neighbors. Like that is so incredibly valuable. And I was at the Benton County booth just before I came over here, just meeting with constituents, talking to folks, and talking about what our local government does, and interacting with constituents, something that if we don't have these events, it's so hard to go door to door and introduce yourself to people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was honored to be invited. This is one of my first times spending a lot of time in Monroe. At least I've definitely been through here, and I've been through Cheshire, and I've had friends that lived in Triangle Lake and all kinds of the surrounding areas.
My mother was a teacher at Triangle Lake schools for over 30
that's
years.
Cool. We talked about the population. The population has blown up in Monroe. It went from 679, right?
Yeah, well, 680 to 723.
Yeah, so it's growing, and I've got some. I'm gonna have a conversation a little bit later with another county commissioner, and then with a planning commission person that's gonna talk about like how the growth is happening and that kind of stuff. So that should be really cool.
Well, I'm sure you're going to talk more about the wastewater and water constraints here in Monroe, and that is really one of the things that's kind of frustrating the growth here. But there's a lot of room for growth, and they're looking for investments because a town of 723 people doesn't have the tax base to build a multi-million-dollar water treatment center on its own.
And then the state doesn't really look down at some of the they do look down, but they don't look towards the people at the some of the smaller levels.
So that's why you got to have your state representatives out there advocating for you. And Representative David Gomberg, who represents Monroe area, has been really good coming to the city and just asking folks, what do you need? What are the infrastructure needs that you need here in Monroe? And he's been helping get them some money. But yeah, you have to have advocates for you at a larger level. And I think that the mayor and your representative here have done a very good job of that.
There's no way that everybody that's been here today, because I've done an unofficial head count and I've counted 326 people. And so there's no way that everybody here is just from Monroe. So this is really bringing people from, that is completely just a random number. Yeah. but it is obvious that there's a lot of people from surrounding areas that are coming. So this is a really cool event for people to check out the town, Yes. It can sometimes feel like larger hubs get all the nice community upgrades. How do you ensure that smaller places like Monroe don't get overlooked when it comes to county public spaces, parks, and family resources? Because you represent the county, so you represent Corvallis, Monroe, is Triangle Lake. We talked about that. Can you talk about Lane County? Okay, that's Lane County.
Yeah. So how do we reach out?
How do you make sure that the smaller areas inside of the county do get the recognition that they deserve?
Yeah, well, we'll talk about this in a little bit, but one of the things that I do is I've committed when I was running to having annual town halls, and I have one planned for August 8th. I'll plug it again later for Monroe, but going down to the communities, meeting people where they're at, and hearing from folks what their needs are directly from them, going to where they are instead of expecting them to come to you. That's one way to hear, and just being able to support folks when they tell you what they need, listen to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also already touched on a little bit of David Gomberg, who is the state representative here. He has done an excellent job reaching out to the local government and hearing from them what their fiscal needs are that the state can help support. Because the state dollars are also our tax dollars, and just making sure that they come back to our communities here in Benton County.
You've always advocated for making government more accessible for everyday people.
Yeah.
What is the county doing to make it easier for regular Monroe citizens to voice their concerns and actually get their ideas heard?
Yeah. So again, I have town halls that I set out. I'm going to have 8 town halls this summer. One of them will be in Monroe. Another one will be in Alpine, a small community just outside of Monroe. Both of those will be on August 8th, one in the morning, one in the evening. And there'll be an official announcement about that June 1st. But that's one of the best ways to get to know your local government is to go to those town halls. I've also been advocating for occasional evening meetings. Like I said earlier, the meetings of the Benton County Commissioner at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays, which are just not conducive for everyday folks who aren't retired, working folks who work everyday jobs to go and be there and give testimony and talk to us. So I really want us to have occasional evening meetings where people, just everyday folks, can come, hear what their local government is doing, and engage with us.
And being that there's 700 and how many?
723.
723. You can fit in a pretty decent space.
Yeah.
So I was doing the math, and I'm going to interview 4 elected officials.
Okay.
And so representing the Monroe community, it's like 200 per official. So that's a pretty you can get that a year.
Yeah.
So what is the one project or program that the county has supported that you are incredibly proud of because of how much joy or support it has brought to the local residents?
Well, I'll just say, I'll touch on those health centers again. I'm really excited about the opportunity of growing people's access to these health centers here in Monroe. That's something that I'm really excited about. Although, okay, there is one event that we put on last year that I really liked, and it was Dogapalooza. So I don't know if you know this, but technically all dogs are supposed to be registered with the county. So there's a small fee, and you're supposed to do dog registration, dog licensing. It's one of the many things that counties do. Counties do a lot of stuff. And we had an event last year in our parking lot where we invited a bunch of vets, pet people, all sorts of folks, and invited everyone to bring their dogs, and had licensing there, and vet care pretty cheap, all sorts of stuff. It was just a really fun event, and that's just one of the types of things that we do. I'll also say, put another plug in for the county fair. Counties operate fairs, and the Benton County Fair is going to come up here this summer, and we're going to have a lot of good bands out there. And it's so fun to go there, see the kids do.
Are you guys getting Chumbawamba?
I don't think so. I don't think this year. I think there's a Queen cover band.
Nice.
Which I'll be.
If it is the
about.
band that I saw this guy on recently, and he's phenomenal. If it's the one that's playing at one of the casinos in town.
Okay.
I don't know their name. It's something Queen, but
yeah. It might be the same.
They were he's really good.
Okay.
He's really good.
Yeah.
So I had skipped a question. I want to center back to that. For families that are trying to build a life here, what county level programs or public services are available for people that they may not know about that could drastically change, their life and help them come to this community?
Yeah. What counties are really a facilitator. We work not just with the departments that work under us, but we actually our tendrils go out and do a lot of things. So I would put a plug in for Community Services Consortium, which is the community action agency for Lynn, Benton, and Lincoln counties, and is actually governed by the county commissioners from those counties. They have a lot of programs for rental assistance, energy assistance, health-related social needs, all sorts of stuff that really can help folks who are just looking for not what is it? Not a handout, but a hand up, that kind of stuff. Folks who just could use a little extra to help them on their way. So Community Services Consortium has a lot of really good programs. One of the things we also do at the county level, we contract with the Council of Governments for this. But we have VA service, Veterans Services, and they come down here to Monroe once a month to meet with folks, be available, be out here, so that veterans here who need services that they've deserved and that they've earned can come and talk to someone who gets it and can help them navigate a really complicated system.
That's awesome. That's really good to hear. All right, we got one more question. Before we get out of here, I want to say a special thank you to Benton County Commissioner Gabe Shepherd. It's an honor to meet you. I'm really stoked to be here. And this is the Spent the Rent podcast. Like I said, this is episode 255. You'll be able to find this on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. So we're going to get out of here with one kind of softball. To close out today, what do events like this, we already kind of talked on this, so kind of expand on that. What do events like the Monroe Festival mean to you personally, and why do you think that they're so great for the community?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I am from Junction City, just south of here, Cheshire, Junction City area, third generation graduate there, and Junction City has an annual Scandinavian festival.
It's a big event.
Yeah, it's a huge event. That is, my uncle danced in the first Scandinavian festival over 60 years ago. I danced in the Scandinavian festival. My nephews have done it. My brother and sister-in-law and cousin have served on the board of the festival. So all that to say, and tie that back to Monroe, is these type of events, these cultural events where you get to have pride in your city, talk about, meet folks, meet local businesses, meet your neighbors, meet the people who provide you services, water, wastewater, health.
Yeah.
These are incredibly enriching events. And I love community events. I love being out here. I love talking to people and meeting folks and hearing people's concerns. So I just, these type of events are really important to me. And I'm really grateful for the city of Monroe for putting this on and for inviting me to be here today as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Gabe Shepherd, Benton County Commissioner Gabe Shepherd, the youngest. You're how old? 21? 29. I'm just joking. But yeah, thank you guys so much. We're going to have 3 more podcasts. We'll get back to playing some music. You can check out the podcast at STRPOD.com. It's Spent the Rent Podcast. I've been doing this since 2018, so maybe I'll be back next year.
All right.
Thank you so much, Gabe.
Thank you.